Performance management refers to the processes that ensure an organization connects mission with the work of its employees. Performance management involves two related activities. One, evaluating the performance of employees against the standards set for them, and two, helping them develop action plans to improve their performance. Outcomes of effective performance management include clarifying job responsibilities and expectations, enhancing individual and group productivity, developing employee capabilities through effective feedback and coaching, driving behavior to align with the organization's values, goals, and strategy, providing the basis for making human resource decisions, and finally improving communication between employees and managers. Performance management tools include appraisal forms, oftentimes referred to as performance reviews or other terms. Your performance tools must be relevant to organizational outcomes that you seek to achieve. Appraisal forms and process documents must be tailored to an organization's mission, vision, and values. When developing a performance evaluation form, do your homework. Find evaluation forms from similar organizations or organizations that share your philosophy of performance management. Review of these characteristics can help you develop great forms that are tailored to your organization. Competency-based performance appraisals make a clear connection between employee behaviors, their knowledge, skills, and abilities, and the mission, vision, and values of your organization. Individual and team competencies should be rated against organizational values. Again, make sure to reinforce your organizational language and terminology for all aspects of the process, and make specific reference to competencies, values, and descriptions of those things most important to your organization. To connect mission to work, every performance appraisal tool should be directly tied to an employee's job description. It's up to you to decide what elements should be included in your performance appraisal tools. However, there are standard elements of performance tools that every organization should consider. They're listed here. First, demographic information, identifying employees. Then, a standardized rating scales selected to reflect the goals of your organization, most commonly a clear 5-point scale. Job-related assessment of performance based on specific job-related criteria and concrete examples of performance issues. And then fourth, self-evaluation encouraging active participation of employees, engaging them in the process. 5. SMART goals, providing for clear definition and follow-through of desired outcomes. And sixth and finally, employee development, ensuring an interactive process regarding training and employee growth. These standard elements will create a user-friendly and useful performance appraisal tool for your organization. Now let's talk about feedback, which is essential to any strong performance management system. Both positive and constructive feedback should occur as soon as possible. No performance feedback, whether it be positive or negative, should be left to an annual performance meeting. I often say there should be no surprises in these meetings. It's critical to be specific when providing any performance feedback. Clearly and concisely state the feedback. Support the feedback with facts and job-related examples, and focus on behaviors, not judgments. Here are some quick tips for providing positive and constructive feedback. In positive feedback, thank and recognize frequently. People like to hear that they're doing a good job. Individual recognition and praise should be given in a way the employee prefers, so understand employee preferences. Recognize behavior by communicating how it's helping you, the team, the company, and themselves. And encourage continued behaviors. Make sure they know what to do in the future. Now, the more difficult constructive feedback. Be prompt with constructive feedback. The sooner you provide it, the more likely the individual will connect the feedback to their behavior. Deliver constructive feedback in a private setting, at a scheduled time, in a well-prepared manner. Discuss specific behaviors, not personal traits. You have shown up late for the project meetings is better than you are not committed to this project. Describe what you saw and heard, not your judgment or evaluation. Your presentation ran 45 minutes, 15 minutes overtime, is better than you did not prepare properly for the meeting. Finally, clearly define changes you want to see made and desired expectations and outcomes. Next time, limit your presentation to fit the scheduled time slot. HR professionals recognize that strong documentation is critical in performance management and managing employee relations issues. Their challenge is to teach managers how to document performance issues in an appropriate manner. The purpose of documenting performance problems isn't just to protect the employer in case of a lawsuit. It's also to show the steps we've taken to help someone be successful. Performance documentation must tell a story, rooted in fact, painting a descriptive picture of the employee behavior with words. Good documentation creates credibility for the employer by showing that employees are treated in a fair and consistent manner. However, some common mistakes in documentations are made. Making vague, unclear statements about what the employee needs to do to improve. Adding personal attacks or subjective comments. And providing little or no evidence or fact to support decisions of discipline or termination. Follow these guidelines for effective documentation. 1. Know your audience. Obviously, it's the employee, but the audience is broader, including decision makers, agencies, lawyers, maybe a judge or a jury. Write for the reader's perspective. 2nd, be factual. Learn the facts and describe the who, what, where, when, and why. Paint a word picture of the facts. 3. Describe expectations. Don't simply state show up on time. Instead say, your job begins at 8 a.m., at which time you should be at your desk ready to answer client calls. Number 4. Describe what needs to change. Describe the job-related conduct, not the individual. Articulate how the behavior impacts others and the organization. 5. Avoid judgments. Don't use words such as always or never. They're broad, which can easily be disputed by employees. Number 6. Avoid vagueness. Avoid vague phrases that could produce grounds for discrimination. Number 7. Include both sides. Include the employee's explanation for their conduct and behavior. Showing multiple perspectives demonstrates fairness in the process. Number 8. Create an action plan. Include deadlines for the employee to use. Don't just say, we expect you to improve immediately. Instead say, we expect your report to be submitted by 5 p.m. tomorrow. Number 9. Follow up on expectations, action plans, and deadlines, and document it. If you don't follow up, it shows that you don't care. And 10. Detail consequences. Describe the consequences of the behavior or poor performance continuing.